Okay.
Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to actually assemble the support structure around the mold. I want to point out that the mold here is not properly assembled. It's just kind of quickly taped together just so we can show you how to put the support structure together around the mold. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this top plate, and it's actually going to go underneath of the top of our table. And then we're going to take these, which are actually going to come around on both sides and hold the top of the table into place. Note that one set is skinnier than the other, and it will actually end up sitting inside of the other. So we're going to start with the smaller pieces. And what we're going to do is lift this slightly, and we'll end up sliding these on. We'll just press the side down here to be able to get this to go on. So from this side, so. And we've got two more from the other side. Press those down, slide that in. Slide that in. Now, note the order that we've got here. So this is closest to the leg, and then this one is actually closest to the leg. Okay, before we actually push those all the way in, we're going to grab our next part, which is actually going to help hold this kickback in place. And go ahead and slide that in there, like so. That. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now we can go ahead and push these in the rest of the way. Tight up against there. Okay. Then we'll grab our other four parts, and we're going to do the same thing. Slip these over. Oops. Make sure we got the angle going the right way. We're going to go ahead and lock those together with our little locking pieces quick. Those will just keep that in place. So, alright, now we'll slide these over. And again, we'll go ahead and depress this sidewall to get that to slide in there. The thing to note is that when this all fills with our cast, it'll actually push the mold back out against the form, and the form will hold it into shape. Got those on there. Same thing now from the other side. And again, we're not going to push them quite in tight yet, because what we'll do is we'll actually put our piece in there first. And on both sides. Granted, my mold's a little bit floppier than yours will be, just because I don't have it fully taped. Go ahead and press these together, like so. Again, we'll grab our locks. Second set of hands might make this go a little bit easier. that for right now. Okay, so now we're going to jump over. What we're going to do is we're going to actually assemble our legs quickly. Then there's two sets of parts that are going to support the legs. We'll take one of each, and they'll basically just lock together like so. So we'll go ahead and get all of these assembled. Okay, so we've got those. These are actually going to go on the top, and those are going to lock our legs in place. These now actually go on the side, and you'll notice that one set is actually inside and the other set is outside. So this outside piece is going to go on our farther apart spacings, and the other one will go on the closer together spacing. So what we'll do here is slip this into place. And go ahead and get our other close together. Slip those on there. Right now it's unsquare, it'll square up with the other piece. Lock down in there. Okay. So got those all locked in. Go ahead and lock the rest of this bottom of this mold. The other thing to note is this piece right here is actually intended to go down into the hollow portion before we assemble all of this. So this would sit underneath of all of that, and what will happen is when we fill the mold then, instead of allowing that hollow portion to push out, this will keep it pressed down inside of there. Now what we're able to do is actually slip our leg supports down on the outsides of each of the legs. Like so. And these final pieces here, again, one is going to be farther apart than the other. And notice that I'm actually not lined up. Here I'm outside to outside, or inside to inside, and both of them are tall, whereas on this side I'm not matching. So what we're going to need to do is actually switch this around like so. So now you notice that we're at the same level here and here, and we'll need to do the exact same thing on this one. So we'll just take this apart, and we're basically going to turn these. Okay. Now the reason for that is that, as you notice, we've got the narrower slots and the wider slots. The narrower slots now will actually go onto here, like so. And again, we have the wide, narrow, go narrow to narrow. Pull those out. And then we're going to go wide to wide up top. so. Squeeze that guy back in. Again, wide to wide. And the final step here is we'll just take a piece of duct tape. We'll actually secure this leg to the support structure. Go ahead and do that on all 4 legs. That's just going to ensure that we're at the angle that we want. The last leg right here. And then for casting, I actually tip this up slightly to the side. Stuck something underneath of it, and I just rolled up a piece of extra PET G for a funnel and was able to stick that into one of the legs and then pour into it. That's it. It's assembled the support structure.